The title and thumbnail was a lie, it's actually a video on how the Slavs repair their fighter jets. I don't understand why the police was after us. Starting a video with a wanted level? Yeah, that sounds like Philip, alright. Well, the shittery aside, it's time to finally finish what we started. And that, my comrades, is to finally clean up the region of Paleto. Let's talk battle plan, yes. Last episode we conquered the redneck fort in the wilderness. The defeated NPCs retreated to this place, I forgot what it's called. You know, where they churn up all the wood and stuff. Yeah, that place. Right now the battered NPCs are trapped, as there's not a whole lot of infrastructure to normally retreat. Therefore we expect the cornered enemies to put up quite a fight. Let's go. As we prepare to roll out, Philip punches a man of color and then tells me he received 2000 for good behavior. Rockstar. Rockstar, you got some explaining to do. We fly in a buzzard to our destination. I change outfits and get a wanted level, so the NPCs start coming out to fight us. The first casualty of many was a brave tractor driver who decided to charge at us. He didn't last long, but I adore his effort. With a wanted level, we finally start moving into the area of interest. At first we move into the wood factory thing on the post. Therefore we will have to simply attract their attention inside and fight them there. Once they start trickling in, and obviously getting spanked, we move to a more defensible position. We enter the building and now hold an elevated position. Every prequel memer knows the importance of such cheeky-breaky. Philip holds the door as I lay waste to enemy reinforcements. The NPCs attempt to airdrop some news dudes into the fight, but it ended hilariously after being spotted by my good comrade, the Kalashnikov. I find the figure chilling in the plywood behind us, so that's nice. The firefight that ensues isn't even a challenge for us. Yet. The first casualty on our side is Ivan himself, dropped by some news guys. Soon after Philip dies as well. The respawn I get is a flank that is juicier than babushka's kompot. Before I manage to return to the defensive position, I am pinned down by news as they snap my health bar into oblivion. Just like Stalin did with food supplies in Ukraine. I rejoin my comrade and die seconds later. Let's go! I come back to him again though and proceed to move up the combat area elsewhere. We got a fight over the entire building after all. I am astonished by the NPCs as I notice that they attempt to get on the same high ground as we are in order to have a chance at killing us. This is the first time in this game where the AI actually impressed me instead of pissing me off. But then the unpredictable happens. The NPCs gain high ground on us. And they absolutely raped my HP bar with armor on. Wow. Okay, they impressed me twice in this battle. Are they learning? They try airdropping behind us on the high ground again, but I spot them just in time to avoid catastrophe. This still doesn't stop them from pummeling us with bullets from above though. I'm slowly running out of supplies too. Ivan has no heavy armor left. We then switch the combat zone again. Now we at least have a roof, so the helis won't be a problem anymore. Unfortunately, I run out of ammo in my Kalash, which is pain worse than giving birth. Only the Slavs will understand. I get on the roof and start shooting at helicopters with my other Kalashnikov. It has been proven by scientists in Belgrade that everybody who walks around without a spare Kalashnikov on them is a Western spy. You know, I'm actually amazed at how many helicopters the NPCs send at us throughout the fight. They got a large budget, not gonna lie, but where in the cursed vastness of wild Siberia do they store all of those things? It's probably Vadim letting them store them in the attic for a fee so he can fund his financially devastating bot reduction. Philip dies and I am slowly being overrun. Being out in the open for the helicopters isn't really helping either. I retreat onto the roof as it's my only means of escaping death. That, however, is in vain. The complete debile that is Philip decides to get himself a buzzard, as if the NPCs weren't getting annihilated enough. Like, we got a KD that's higher than the temperature of the sun in degrees Celsius, and here comes a boy with a flying death machine. And I'm not even gonna point out the fact we are an insurgency. You know, maybe if you capture some airship like in Grapeseed or something, perhaps I will allow the usage of air power, but until then, no. Any kills from the chopper will not be counted. I achieve terrorism and look for cops to shoot cause I need a wanted level to fight. I am flanked by enemy forces and witness them driving each other over. The drivers on this godforsaken island are worse than the ones in Eastern Europe, I swear. I deal with the flankers and return to my comrade in arms. The NPCs try to get in behind us, but Ivan is keeping a close eye on our back. Closer than the eyes of the KGB surveillance van looking at you through the window right now. Unfortunately, the Gopnik perishes yet again. Worry not, I return to the fight. Unfortunately, again there's a Soviet horde of just people coming our way. Philip dies and I'm so fucked right now. I re-enter the thing and we are debating whether to bring in a ground vehicle or not. We decide on bringing in Philip's PL-01, as it is called by Sigma males, or the Khanjali, as it is called by 13-year-old oppressor griefers. But for a change, I argue that your boy changed the motherfucking railgun back to the normal turret. I decide to hold out the reinforcements near the area where we started the fight, just on the other side. I engage the Russian amount of enemy infantry. In fact, there are so many NPCs that Ivan gets partially pinned down. I somehow managed to hold off the first wave, which is a miracle worthy of Jesus' standards. In with the second wave comes and I'm back at square one basically. For the third time in 1 hour, the NPCs amaze me again. They airdrop some news on high ground so they can shoot at me and my monkey brain is stunned by the peanut that is the AI's genius. While I don't have a horde of murdering robots after me, I use this time to disappoint myself into realizing Philip decided to spawn the PL-01 all the way at Zancudo. Somebody help this human, something's wrong with this child. Anyway, for the first time in this battle do I see normal civilians that spawn in the lumberyard. I fixed that real quick. The third wave comes and Ivan is all alone in taking the brunt of the attack. But this time, it's the NPCs that get slaughtered. The entire wave goes bye-bye. Out of nowhere news units come in and effectively suppress Ivan, almost killing him. I also run out of ammo for my spare Kalashnikov. This is the real tragedy in this war. Seconds later comes Philip with his armor and proceeds to not fucking help me at all. I try to follow the tank, which is hard cause he runs around faster than the Venezuelan economy prints money. And holy shit, the stopping power of the Russian MG, wow. I regroup with him though and get this sick shot on the helicopter. The last order I give for the battle is to hold out at the train tracks. Some NPCs try to pin down my position, but the big Slav gun goes ratatatatatatat. I get to the train tracks and start popping NPCs, for a really short amount of time though. They devour my health bar faster than a hungry gulag worker, so I hide in this place think do that. And then I go to the rooftop cause I'm stupid. However, the peanut brain NPCs try to sort my position using various methods, but my vodka senses were tingling, so obviously it didn't work. For them. And then for me, cause I die. So I return to the train tracks to finally start carrying out the order I gave out. The Urod NPCs take the bait and start attacking our high ground positions. We hold on quite nicely actually, surprisingly. Your boy exits the GigaChat version of the tank to fight on foot with me. I inevitably die and so does Philip at the same time, which is kinda poetic if you think about it. The battle for the lumberyard is over, and the fight was certainly tough. Here are the casualties I managed to count. Third-party NPCs suffered, 1 redneck, remember the tractor guy? Yeah, and 2 civilians. The normal NPCs lost 109 cops, with 4 I wasn't sure about, so we're gonna call those as missing in action. 78 news, with 7 missing in action, and 20 helicopters. The Union of Slavic Socialist Republics lost 9 Gopniks, aka Ivan, and 4 Urods, aka Philip. The total casualties of the war as a whole are 7 rednecks for the third party, and 36 civilians, with 1 I'm not sure about, so missing in action again. Normal NPCs lost 408 cops, with 35 missing in action, 232 news, with 16 missing in action, and 37 helicopters, with 23 missing in action. The USSR lost 24 Gopniks, 15 Urods, and 1 pet Lithuanian who didn't appear today. Keep in mind that those are statistics recorded from only my screen. The real casualties are obviously higher. Stay tuned, for the next time you will see us will be either when we do some behind the front lines NKVD work, or the Union of Slavic Socialist Republics will be taking on Mount Chiliad itself. Subscribe to not me, but Life of Boris.